listened to her brother and put down the phone. From the whole conversation, she only understood that there were some circumstances requiring her relative to urgently change his place of residence. Amy lived in a 2-room apartment in the center of a small coastal town. After renovating the apartment she inherited from her parents, she was finally able to get her life in order, and the apartment became truly comfortable and cozy. Her only brother, Mike, had immediately given up his inheritance because he lived in the capital and had no interest in the province. Mike was supposed to arrive in a few days. Amy loved her brother, but she wasn't particularly keen on sharing her living space with him. I need to come up with something to make sure he doesn't stay here too long, Amy thought. While she was in the kitchen preparing for her brother's upcoming visit, her friend Sarah called. "Hi, Amy. Help me out. Someone left a puppy in our yard again. She's so affectionate, sweet, playful, and has such a beautiful coat. A little red girl with a white-tipped tail." "Hi, Sarah. No more animals. Last time I barely managed to clean the floors after your kittens." "Amy, do you want me to send you her photo?" "The poor little thing." "No means no. Call Kate. Maybe she can take the puppy in temporarily." And Amy quickly hung up because she knew that Sarah could spend hours convincing her for the sake of her beloved stray animals, and she usually got her way. Amy sat down to have coffee when suddenly she had an idea. Mike has had a dog allergy since childhood. What if it's gone now? You never know until you try. The next day, a puppy named Lola was already running around Amy's apartment, desperately trying to chew on any shoes in the hallway. Mike always did everything loudly and with fanfare, so the entire building knew that the brother of the girl from apartment 45 had arrived. "Hi, sister. Here I am. How's everything going here? I just got off the train and came straight to you." Mike dumped all his stuff right on the potted plant on the floor in the hallway. "Hi, Mike. No need to shout so loudly in the hallway." Amy quickly closed the door in front of the surprised faces of the neighbors. "Amy, I had a fight with my wife. She's adamant and wants a divorce. But I know her. She'll cool down a bit and change her mind. We don't have kids, so if they serve me the papers, they'll divorce us immediately. And I still love her. I think she loves me too. We argue sometimes. Everyone does. But not everyone runs away to another city because of it." Amy continued grumbling. "And what's this? A dog?" Mike was surprised. "We've never kept dogs at home. I'm helping out a stray animal rescue foundation." Meanwhile, Lola, terrified at the sight of a big stranger, had already managed to pee next to Mike's things and was now hiding behind her owner's legs. "Damn it, Amy. I've got expensive stuff and documents in there. Didn't you train her to go to the bathroom outside?" Mike rushed to the bathroom to wash his bag. Half an hour later, the siblings were already having breakfast in the kitchen, and Lola was pacing under the kitchen table, hoping for a tasty morsel to drop. "Amy, my eyes and nose are already itching. Do you remember that I'm allergic to dogs?" "Mike, I can't just throw her out on the street, and you didn't say how long you were planning to stay. Quite a tough choice you had there, either your brother or the dog." With these words, Mike ran to wash up, and Amy thought that her plan was starting to work. The next day, Mike bought some allergy pills, and he felt a bit better, but that evening, Amy started feeling unwell. There was such a sharp pain in her lower abdomen that she had to call an ambulance. An hour later, she was taken to the hospital for further examination. Mike was about to head to the hospital too, but Sarah offered to help Amy. Mike stayed home with the dog. He looked at the puppy, not knowing what to do with it. If it's not the wife, it's the allergy, Mike thought. For 3 days, the new owner and Lola only saw each other in the kitchen and on walks. Lola would whine at night, which annoyed Mike incredibly. He was already on the verge of taking her back to the shelter, but he thought Amy would be very upset, and he feared Sarah's wrath just as much, so he decided to keep her. Besides, Lola gradually began to get used to her new owner and stopped peeing around his things. But a real friendship between Mike and the puppy was formed on the day when, during a walk, he dropped his wallet from his jacket and, not noticing the loss, kept walking down the street. Lola barked so desperately and refused to move that Mike had to pay attention first to her and then to his lost wallet. It was all slobbered, but the money and cards were still there, which was the most important thing. By the time Amy returned from the hospital, Her brother and the dog were best friends. Amy didn't know whether to be happy or upset. Don't worry, sister. You're on bed rest now anyway, so I'll take care of the dog. Actually, I'm taking her with me to the capital. I'm leaving tomorrow. My wife and I have agreed to meet, and she's already thrilled with Lola from afar. She says, if you manage to look after a puppy on your own, maybe you can manage kids too. That's the friendly allergy you've given me.